Hi everyone, welcome to the GaGoTaMa team. GaGoTaMa is short for Gamified Goals and Task Management application. I would like to thank you for all the time you put into filling forms and joining to different groups. Fortunately, we are moving forward, and with all the information you have gave, I prepare the next proposal about how can we work together in order to make this project happen. So, how are we going to make this happen? In this short presentation, I would like to talk about two topics. First, a framework to organize ourselves in terms of time, and then tasks and goals, how to organize ourselves in terms of job. So, in terms of time, I think the best thing we could do is think our job or our tasks in terms of a week, or a week and a couple of days more. The first step should be divide and work ourselves in subgroups for a period of 7 days. What we have to do each one of those groups? Well, this is the second part of this presentation. But right now, let's focus just on time. We work for a week in our tasks, and after a week, we do a demo day. A demo day is a day where we communicate to the rest of the team the progress we have made so far. So we could communicate our progress through video if you prefer, to make a video like the one I'm making right now. That would be great. Otherwise, it could be a post, a document, or whatever you feel necessary to do. For example, designers might prefer to use mockups. So we have 1 day to work on the communication with the rest of the team, and with the stuff we get after the demo day, all the members go out of the building and talk with customers about what we have. For example, if our designers make some mockups, we could ask to a potential user about the ideas we get. So, and we do this process around for 2 days, and with all the feedback, not just the feedback we have regarding the task we are doing, but with the work product. That's why it's important, the demo day. We share the customer feedback on the second day. For the first round, that could be November 3rd. And on November 4th, we could start the new iteration. And following this framework, we will organize our job for every weekend and so. So, and during this time, and assuming that this framework is okay for you, what kind of task should we do it? Okay, how shall we organize the task, and what shall we do? I think our base for a start is the Jones Guerrero's talk, where we basically, what we have to do is an application, web and mobile, to implement the system he created. We have goals, for example, develop a better eating and exercise habits. We have rewards with each reward. In order to get each reward, you have to collect certain amount of points. We have points for activities. For example, if we run daily, we get 5 points. If we eat a salad, we get 1 point. And we have not only positive points, but negative also. If we do certain activities that are not contributing to the goal, but distracting us from it, we can use those negative points. And we have a special card, which is the ability one, which let us to do something which is we in theory, it should give us a negative point, but using this ability card, which we can use once a week or once every 2 weeks, we avoid this penalty. If you want to understand Jones Guerrera's ideas, I recommend the talk, which is in our group introduction, or just let me know if you need the URL in order to watch it. But this is basically idea. And I should suggest to start to work or to iterate from this idea in order to move forward in terms of very concrete steps. I understand and I believe that the system, as is described right now, might be not perfect, but it gives us a very concrete point, and I suggest to try to implement this idea and move forward from it. Let's see how we could do that, or how I think we should do that. Well, I think we can think in terms of our different skills and the different parts we need in order to fulfill in order to complete the project. From one side, we have to develop our concept from the market opportunity point of view. We have to implement a low fidelity prototype where we are going to deal with how we gamify this process. Okay, it's gamified already, but we can use the gamification framework in order to deeply understand what we are trying to do, or make a model about how are we trying to solve the problem. We have to solve, or we have to implement or create a new user interface. We have to think in terms of the user experience. We have to develop software, and from the business point of view, we have to write down all our ideas, our business, our value proposition in a business model canvas, and with all this stuff, we have to go out of the building and talk with potential customers, potential users. So for one of these points, I suggest to make subgroups define a leader or a person who has said that it has a strong experience in this area, and let this person lead the process in this subject. For example, in terms of market opportunity, what we have to do is to define who is the customer. We have to measure the market and who are our competitors. Fortunately, in our Google Docs space, there are people who are already thinking how to solve these questions. In fact, Lana and Bahib made great contributions to it. So I suggest we set Lana as a leader, as a person who is gonna lead us to solve these 3 questions in 1 week. Of course, it won't be the last or definite answer, but the idea is to take these 3 points and have an initial approach in the time of 3 weeks. And we all the people here should follow her. Of course, there are people who already have a skill in this area, which are the ones listed here. But if you want to help Lana, yeah, that would be great, because as much as we contribute each other, faster and better we are going to get. Another area is gamification. Here I suggest, or I think Benson's idea is a good one. The Coursera course on gamification defined a very very concrete gamification framework, and what we could do here is use or apply this gamification framework to this idea. So I suggest following or thinking Benson as a leader for this task. There are other persons who have a skill on this area. We should meet Benson and see how to contribute in order to make this happen. Well, user experience and user interface and software development have a challenge that, in theory, we could not do anything until we have defined what kind of application we have. We have a model on papers based on post-its, but we have not much about how are we going to make the application. Anyway, I think that with the information we have, we could start to think how could we manage tasks and goals and its relationships, and think the user interface in order just to manage tasks and goals. And once the gamification people finish the concept or complete the concept, we could take the user interface and user experience thought for tasks and goals, and over it apply the gamification concept, the elements of gamification. Perhaps we are going to do here something very similar as Remember the Miracle or Things, which are already established products for this problem. But it would be great if we can have in a week an initial approach or an initial wireframes for a task and goal management application. Carol Chang, I think, is the best candidate to lead this area, and there are other persons who have shown interest on user experience and user interface, such as Brian, Haya, and Avila. Regarding software, we have a similar problem, and I suggest a similar solution. We can start to code an application server and mobile clients for Android and iPhone in order to solve just that problem, task, goal, and the relationship. We have to make forms, we have to make views, and the storage in order to manage goals, task, and the relationship. Muhammad Mustafa, I think, is the best qualified person in order to be the leader, and Dimitro, Carol, and Avila, and myself can contribute with him. Regarding the business model canvas, okay, I think we have to all get involved on this task. Benson Fong have shown skills in financials, and Lana have stronger skills on marketing. So I think those are the persons. I mean, we can follow Benson, and we all will have to contribute with him in order to complete the canvas, or the first approach of the canvas in just 1 week. Well, lastly, customer validation. That will be within a week from now, and according to our plan, that will begin on November 1st until November 2nd, and on November 3rd we will meet for sharing feedback. Based on Brian's suggestion, we are going to use Wigio for team sharing and task management. There is a to-do list, and there is also space for document and spreadsheet sharing. So that's it. I think it makes sense for you. Please don't hesitate to send your feedback and comments. And remember, the leadership figure is just to define someone who is responsible to make this happen. It doesn't necessarily mean that this person is the one who is going to make it. The idea is that if someone has to say that we are not reaching the deadline, or if someone needs to say that we need more people working there, or whatever need we have as a team, the one who is going to do that in a particular area, such as software or business or marketing is the ones I suggested. If you are one of the champions or leader for a certain area and you feel or believe you cannot make it, please just let us know as soon as possible. It would be great if you can make it anyway. Try to make a little before. I think we can make an awesome job if we work together. And being a leader not necessarily means that you are going to have a huge workload. Please ask help for your teammates, and let's move forward together in order to meet within a week for our first demo day. That's it. Thank you very much.